expect that to happen. Hello everybody. From this day onward, I'd like you to take note of eyelids, that there is a difference. When you buy your eyelids, they do not have this tape behind it, especially the eyelids that are clamped on with a machine, as you will see me do in this demonstration. I like to use the two together because I love the tape. It gives a nicer finish whereby the pleats are uniformed. Other than that, when you buy it normally, you have to fix the pleats yourself, and to me that's untidy. And some of you don't always have the right amount of fabric on your window for this style. So I'd like you to notice this now, from this end, from now on. Hello. So I've now just finished making these curtains, and these are eyelid curtains. Let me just demonstrate it nicely. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah. So I've just finished it. Eyelids curtains, and it was done with my eyelid machine, which actually cuts it. You pull it down. And if you want any information on where to get it, I can tell you. They are still open and running. So I showed you how I've done it on these, and I've shown you how I've done it with the tape, and there's two types of tape, and this one has got plastic behind it. So there you can see this is the same eyelids that's up here, that's on this fabric, this tape, and these ones have got nothing in it. They come in all different colors, and the tape that I was using is this tape here, and you can use this tape for hold on, put it away again. These clip on. Well, I've showed you earlier on that you can clip it on, on off. So look, you can see that these are clip on. Right. Right, here we go. So you can use these clip on for that tape. There we go. Clip on. But these one open up, but there's no way to go. But you're better off with that type of eye rings, which you won't be able to do. So if you want some curtains made and you want some eyelids, please contact me. My telephone number is 01737 558 649. There's swags. That's the business phone number. So please give us a ring. And I'm quite quick, so I can turn it around quickly for you. Thank you for watching. The lesson is not in how to make the curtains. I've got so many videos that I've taught you how to make it, but if you want me to do it again, I can do it anytime, but I mostly just show you clippings. So it's all about how to put that on and how to put the eyelids on. Thank you for watching. Today, I'm going to show you eyelid curtain. So I've made this one side of the curtain up already, as you can see. This is a large window and the drop is 92, and this fabric is from that book, and that's just one of them. So it is lined, and the lining is a nice lining, actually. It's nice and heavy. So now what I'm going to do is because it's large, I've got it on my table. Normally sometime I put it going across that way on the table, but I think it's still even longer than my table that way. So I thought, let me do this. So, but what I'm going to do is, oh, by the way, here is the machine that I'm going to fix these to it, lock them in, and do some eyelids curtains. But now, so sometimes what you could do is put a lightweight buckram inside it and make it nice so it stands up stiff. But shops don't do that. They just leave the fabric as it is. So you can do that as well. So, but what I like to do is, okay, so we've got this make here, but this one is a clip that you put onto it. So there's so many different ways of doing eyelid curtains. So you can see here, they've got the tape here. So let me see, let me get some of the clips. Right. So let me see, is it this clip for that? But anyway, you undo these and you clip them in, and there's some without this metal bit around it, so you just clip this. But the problem is with this is that after a period of time of pulling the curtains up and down, these open up. You can't lose them because it's trapped within the track on the pole, but it is a problem sometimes. It looks nice, but that's fine. That's a cheaper way of doing it. This is a more expensive way. So this is the tape I'm going to use, and I love to use this tape on it. The holes are much closer than the shops. Closer, they're further apart. But I find that when you buy them without a tape, it's just untidy look. I'm going to show you today how I put this on, these on, and then after I've put these on, now this is a long way round, I must tell you, because by the time you put it on that machine there, over there, it takes a lot of looking back to line everything up and pinning it up, but in the end it's well worth it. I love looking at this way of making it when it's up on a pole. Beautiful. Things to watch out for. You can't just centralize it and put it on, because if you look there, the distance between that hole and the second one is 2.5 inches or 70 centimeters. The next one, the distance between them is 3 inches, which is almost 80 centimeters. So there we are now. I've doubled it up. But you know, when you sew these things out on, they stretch. And I don't want this too close to the edge. I need some of this to turn under, but I also don't want to waste it neither. So there we have it. Right, so that's the center. So this here is what's going to be together like that. Right. But what I will do is I will cut extra. So if I get it wrong, I can just rip this off and start again and put the same one on and just move it up, because your eye is deceiving. And these are the clamps that's going on it. And wedge it. Oh, these is 40 mil. 40 mil. Just under 40 mil. Oh. Now I have put the tape and I've pinned it for the sake of it as well as myself. I've pinned it and I've started and I've measured out everything, but things don't always go to plan. So here is the problem, and this happens quite a lot. So I marked out on here in a pen mark where each one is going to stop. But now that I've done all the way round, going all the way round, and because it's not on the other side of my table going that way, but I still would have incurred the same problem because my table's not long enough for this in one. So here, as you can see, I've got leftovers where this has come off the end of my curtain. Now that's going to cause a big problem because this is a mirror image to this. But not to worry if this happens to yourself, right? What I do is I mark it up on both sides, make them equal, because it's not really good to have this so close to the edge at times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ease it in, because it's the other way to get over this is to really put this back on the table and cut the curtain down to fit the tape. No way. So what I'm going to do now, I ease it in and I'm going to put it there and I'm going to pin it, because when I sew this I start from here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ease this tape in, And when I ease it in and I get a problem, where the pleat is, and that the pleat is here, I do a little pleat like that. And I hide it in the tape at the top until I fit the whole thing in. Now, you don't do many of these, just a little nip, right? And it blends itself out. Yeah, all the way along. And that will not be seen. So probably I will do maybe 2 or 3 of that going the way round, and then it will fit. Yeah. But if you do get in problem, what I do is if this one ends up last, you will say, oh my Lord, it's in trouble, you're in trouble. And what you'll find is when you see that on the pole, you will find instead of the last one goes round back that way, I've seen when I've gone to people's house, the last one ends up that way, which is sad. But there's another way around it. When you use this tape, you will have a lot of material to play with where you gather to what you want. What I do with that last one that ends up here is I take it off, double it up with this one, turn it around. Inside we've got this fold. I'll show you when I'm hanging it up. Here now I have stitched the top part and I haven't stitched this bit here. So the top is now stitched, as you can see. So what I was saying now, all this that is here, right, I've got to slide my fabric back down. As you can see, I've started to pin this bit here to make sure that when I stitch from that end coming down, it doesn't twist or pucker. Can you see the pin there? So that helps to prevent it. So that's why I wouldn't advise you to try and turn the fabric around and come back this way, because all this fabric that you see here will now have to fit in that gap in order for me to sew, which is virtually impossible. So you have to go this way. So I am now going to flatten this and pin. Yeah? Flatten it and pin. The closer you pin each of these together, the better the quality. And the thing is, as you can see, remember I told you I was easing this in. There you go. I was easing this in because when I measured this out for this, it didn't quite fit. Do you remember that pleating I was telling you about? Can you see that little pleat that I've done there? Yeah, so those are the little pleats that I've done amongst here. And you can see as well, there is a slight puckering here where I have eased this section here into the fabric to lose it. But you can see that when it comes to this side here, it doesn't affect anything. Yeah, so you won't notice that to get that fabric in. And I have done it all the way, randomly. Okay, so that's not going to affect anything. When the curtain's hung up, you're not going to notice it. I can see the puckering. Can you see that little bit of puckering compared to there, nice and straight? I wouldn't worry about it. Just look at that. That is perfect. All the way up. That's what I'm talking about. And all that easing, because all that easing in is fit. And what happened is that my beginning and my ending is the same. Can you see it? It's the same, and that's what we need to achieve, that they're equal on the inside all the way. Yeah? Okay, so that's done. So fantastic. That's one side finished. Can you see there? There's that little bit of puckering. Can you see it? You see where the pin is as well. You do not move the pin, you leave it and it pushes it over the pin like that. Can you see where it's affected it? Nah, doesn't. When this curtain goes up, you're none the wiser, nobody else. So that's how you overcome your little problem. Look at this from this side. Can you see it? No, you can't. Right? It's all tricks and tricks that you get over obstacles with. So don't spend the night losing sleep over it. That's it. Okay. I'm now going to cut holes in this with my machine and put the eyelids on. And now that I've broken my stand, I'm going to have to show you after when I've done it. Do you remember I was telling you about each one of this, the spacing? One is 2 3/4, which I said it was 2.5, but it was 2 3/4. And the other one is 3 inches. So they are slightly out. Notice that sometimes when I move it along that I do not put the ring fully in the first compartment to hold it down. Every now and then I don't put it in. So because it is slightly out. But other than that, I just hover on the top so it's around 2 or 3 millimeters out, and I just hold it and everything works well. Do you remember years ago when I bought this? Oh. I bought this to cut the holes out. I'm going back way years. And I thought, no way. Well, it's the same company I went back and bought that from. And that was years ago. And now I see there is a newer model. It looks electric as well. I'd love to have that one. Must always remember to take these out because they stop it from cutting. don't forget, I'm using the tape. I've got tape underneath there, so that's what I'm doing when I do this. I am checking to see that it's over the hole, but I've already lined it up for it. I've got a long way to go. I've got 36 holes I've got to make. So if you've got these ones, right, where they open up around, because I had some in my old place where I can't get it open. There we go. Yes. So if you've got these ones and you've got the flat tape on it, where these ones, and you've noticed on the pole they've come open because they do open up, and you have to go back up there and clip them. So if you've got these on it and you want to change them and they're 40 mils, pop along and I'll change them over for you. It's as simple as that. Yeah, get rid of these ones and put these fancy ones on.